Let me present you VizuAll, 6 tools that makes data accessible to everyone, starting from when you are learning visualization as a teenager. I'm 16 years old and I'm really interested in learning more about data visualization. Okay, let's learn something new today. So this page shows the last 12 Vs of the day in Tableau Public. Today, let's learn about African language. The Vs loads on the left and the AI automatically generates an overview on the right. We can also explore the different charts. So in this case, let's learn a bit more about this language picker distribution. Here we get an explanation of the charts, how to read it, the key insights, and even how to recreate it in Tableau. Finally, the tool also generates a quiz for each dashboard. Question starts easy, but they gradually get more complex, and we will test you on your analytic skill and data literacy. After submitting the answer, the tool will give you an explanation for each question as well as feedback on your area to improve. Just got my first job as a data analyst, and now my task is to help make our dashboard more accessible to everyone. And to do that, we are going to use the VizuAll Check extension. Okay, let's click on my VizuAll extension. The first tab is about colors. So let's start by capturing the dashboard image. So here we see the original dashboard on the left and how it looks for people with different color blindness condition on the right. We can also select different type of vision deficiency to see how it renders. Finally, we can ask AI to give color recommendation with critical issue, advices, and good practice. The same tool allows us to check also the contrast between the text color and the background. We can also verify all spelling mistakes, warning, and text suggestions. We can also generate a scorecard that checks color, contrast, text, labels, charts, navigation, and interaction. Finally, we can export the entire accessible report with all the visual information condensed in one document. Accessibility is quite important for me because if I do this, I can barely see anything. So that's why we also have a new extension, Listen, that helps you not only see your data, but also listen to it.
This dashboard tracks Superstore profitability across 15 European countries from 2023 to 2026. 3 categories are losing money. Tables drain 17.8K. Bookcases lose 3.6K. These need urgent action. Northern regions, Scandinavia, Netherlands, crush it, while several Spanish and Belgian regions dip into negative territory. Profit is trending positive in 2026.
This is the compact version of the extension, but it can also do more than that. In its non-compact form, we can listen to the full dashboard summary or each chart individually. By the way, Tableau has a built-in accessibility feature and generate alt text for each worksheet automatically. However, the text that Tableau generates is not very helpful, and I will let you pause if you want to read it. So the VizuAll extension also has an alt text tab that will generate much better description for screen readers. You can also pause if you want to see the difference. All you have to do is to copy the text and add it in the accessibility option of your worksheet. Okay, I'm now the lead analyst in my team, so let me show you how we annotate and collaborate on our dashboard. Let's click on the VizuAll Annotate button and see how it works. So the extension has a slightly opaque color background and lets you draw rectangles, circles, arrow, and text directly on top of your dashboard. That's already great to annotate your dashboard, but let's see what AI can do. So when we click on the Annotate button, each sheet is automatically highlighted and AI generates an explanation for each sheet, legend, and filters. Finally, the tool also lets you collaborate with your team. So let's turn the live cursor and room sync. Okay, so now I see Jessica and she's adding a rectangle and she's asking me to change this to a line chart. Okay, that makes sense. And that's great feedback. Let's go to AI and ask the AI to draw a heart. Perfect, let's add it next to her text so she knows we love this. I am now the CEO of the company, so let me show you the next 2 tools that let me act on my data in my busy life. As the CEO, one of the best ways to quickly verify my business data is to check my Pulse metric. But since I'm always on the move, I can't always easily see my metrics. That's why VizuAll Podcast sends me a daily briefing on Slack about all the key insights of my business that I can simply listen while I'm on the go.
We've got some interesting mixed signals in April so far.
Absolutely. Let's start with the bright spot. Sales are up big time. We're at 7.8 thousand for April month to date. That's a 36% jump from March.
But here's where it gets concerning. Profit is down 36%.
Let's dig into why profit fell, even with better margins and higher sales.
So that's great, but on top of that, I also have the VizuAll app on my phone. So here I can ask anything I want about my data, like give me an overview of my sales this month, and the Tableau MCP is searching, querying, and processing all of the data to answer my questions. There seems to be an issue in the technology category. Let's ask the AI, help me understand what is happening in the technology category. Okay, there's definitely something going wrong with the machine. 3,000 in loss. That's VizuAll. 6 tools to help everyone understand and act on their data.